on the couch at the head shop, hitting the bong with Deborah, who appeared to have taken on the task of educating me in the practices of Cedar Grove as a personal project, which appeared to involve testing the varieties of marijuana available on the island and partying down in the various musical venues. Just then, the woman I think of as Goddess, also known as the High Priestess, or just Amy, appeared as a 30-story simulacrum standing high above the buildings. Her voice rolled across the island like thunder.
Holtec 39 has decided to transcend the meet tomorrow night at 2017. Raising energy begins immediately. You are all familiar with it.
Immediately, a great cheer went up in the streets, and unearthly but stirring music began to arise simultaneously everywhere. Most astonishingly, people began to dance. Everywhere. In the houses, on the streets, on the rooftops, in various costumes, or none at all. I turned my questions to Deborah. Who's gonna die? Why are they dancing? They are raising energy for the translation. You have no word for it. You could call it a big orgy. This continued through the night and the next day, and as the designated time approached, my nervousness and upset only grew. I had never been to an orgy before, and given the fitness and energy of these youngsters, many of them were older than I was certain to appear inadequate. As the hours went by, some folk brought out tables of food and drink so the dancers could refresh themselves and return to the dance. Several teams of villagers plied the crowd with buckets of small wafers they referred to as sacraments, placing each one on a preferred tongue to be followed by a swallow of sweet wine poured from a jug. At 19 o'clock, Deb came and led me on a leisurely walk across the island to a great gathering point. Everywhere, dancers in bright costumes gathered in public squares and around fountains or great trees throughout the island, all dancing wildly to the music, which was now everywhere. Many concentrations of people had begun manifesting astonishing displays of pure plasma and lights. I realized immediately that I was hallucinating, but couldn't decide if it was the simple vibration in the air or had those sacraments contained more than grain and salt. The ceremonial circle was crowded with dancers and moving lights when a tiny elder appeared. He marched resolutely to the edge of the platform where there was nothing below save the center of our bizarre solar system. There he turned back and looked upon the crowd with such an expression of love and wisdom that I felt my own heart opening like a flower, and then unceremoniously threw himself from the parapet. Utterly gobsmacked, I stared like an idiot when Amy the priestess swam into my awareness, holding out her hand. "Take my hand," she cried. Somehow, like an utter buffoon, I cried, "Is that all? We're just going to hold hands?" Her laugh shook the ground beneath my feet. Then she grabbed my limp fingers in an iron grip, and Evelyn took my other hand, and suddenly I felt like a man sharing a 40,000-volt orgasm with 12,000 close personal friends. The multiverse became transparent to me, and I could see that I had shared my ka with thousands of others, and connected we formed a being greater than our collective imagination, whose name was ecstasy. Barely I was aware that I'm Holtec, using the energy provided by our connected souls to deftly speed past the eagle's beak and free himself into the multiverse forever. With hundreds of others, I was left exhausted, empty, lying on the stone, looking up at the stars and filled only with awe at the mystery and wonder of life. Kindly passers-by plied us with coffee and ginger beer. We all soon regained our strength and went about our lives. But I knew I would never be the same. finally peeked behind the veil and seen Aphrodite in her full naked glory and mystery. Many babies were conceived that night. The night I, Molotek, shed the flesh, as it was regarded as a majorly propitious moment to conceive a child.
Hear us, O Ragon, God of love, giver of life. Let thy spirit enter into our bodies. Endow our men with strength and vitality, and our women with endless fruitfulness.